Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Well, they are still counting votes in America, especially in California, where the deadline for mail-in ballots to arrive on time to be counted is tomorrow night. Ballots received in the mail tomorrow will be counted in California. So there are literally millions of ballots yet to be counted in this country, including in the state of Pennsylvania, where thousands of votes remain to be counted to determine the balance of the United States Senate. Republicans will probably have 52 senators next year, or 53 if Republicans win the Pennsylvania Senate election. The Democrats will probably have 47 members of the Senate, or 48 if Democrat Bob Casey wins the Pennsylvania Senate race. We still don't know which party will control the House of Representatives, but we do know that it will be very close. As of tonight, Republicans have 214 seats in the House and Democrats have 205 seats in the House, according to NBC News, with 16 remaining to be decided. In the presidential vote, Donald Trump currently has 50.2% of the vote to Kamala Harris's 48.1% of the vote. But that margin will probably narrow after all the California votes are finally counted. And it is possible that Kamala Harris will end up with only a 1% of the vote less than Donald Trump, a 1% gap. Right now, she's at 2% less than Donald Trump. If you hear anyone calling this election a landslide, please stop listening to that person about elections, at least. We have seen landslides in this country, and they don't look like this election.
First of all, can I just say what I've been saying? And thank you, Lawrence O'Donnell, who is also one of my only saving graces. Stop with the landslide. They haven't even finished counting votes in California. Remember, that's
or Pennsylvania, too.
Part of where when people are like, where'd all these millions of votes go? Pennsylvania and California are not done. She's going to probably lose by 1.5 points.
If that much.
So just off. And when you get to the top of off mountain, just continue off forever. Thank you, Sean. Or you can just have the shut up cannon loaded just permanently. Yes, Lawrence.
Shut the up. Yeah. Shut all the way the up until you reach the top of Shut Mountain, where there are no more ups to shut.
We know that's from Grace and Frankie. That's not the one we're looking for.
Please stop sending us that.
Okay.
Miriam Flynn, she's brilliant.
Sean, I feel that Carnation Instant Bitch is going to be on the menu every morning. I'll try to dial it back. Maybe
Don't.
Not. Okay. Lawrence O'Donnell called BS on the idea that Trump defeated Harris in a landslide and said you should stop listening to anybody who does. He said ballots received in the mail tomorrow will be counted in California, so there are literally millions of ballots yet to be counted in this country, including the state of Pennsylvania, where thousands of votes remain to be counted. Republicans will probably have 52 senators next year, or 53, depends on Pennsylvania, the Bob Casey race.
Right.
Democrats will probably have 47 or 48. If Bob Casey wins. We still don't know which party will control the House of Representatives. We do know it will be very close. As of tonight, Republicans have 214, Democrats 205, 16 seats to be decided. Trump currently has 50.2% of the vote. Kamala Harris has 48.1%, but that margin will narrow after all of these votes are counted. So 1% of the vote less than Donald Trump right now, Lawrence says. Right now, she is at 2% less than Donald Trump. I think, like we say, it's going to end up being something just over 1%.
Yeah.
So shut the up with everything that's wrong with Democrats and, they're so out of touch and, what do they need to do? And, they're so bad. I'm sorry, who... Donald Trump is just like you and Elon Musk? No, he's not. Oh, my God. Really? They're in touch with the common man.
AOC's people scare me. Her voters.
The vote, yeah. I mean, there's so much that does not make sense in this election and, people voting against their own self-interest that it's okay. Anyway, he went on to say, Lawrence went on to finish, we've seen landslides in this country. They do not look like this. Bill Clinton, even with Perot in the race, won 49.2% of the vote to Bob Dole's 40.1%. Reagan, as we know, in 84, won 49 states. Mondale only won Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Daddy, and Gold. Thank you, my father in Goldwater. Thank you, Walter Mondale, for that. My dad in Goldwater only won. They only won 6 states. which is 5 more than Walter Mondale. But he beat Mondale by 18 points. That's a landslide. So, we're still a very evenly divided country, and that goes to everybody's point that this is stop making, letting them make you feel like we're so disastrously wrong and out of touch, and we lost this enormous election. See, they're even annoying. James Carville's annoying them. Okay, hang on.
I know, they're kissing.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, well, that's what the next 4 years are going to be like. Biting each other's heads off and then going, I'm sorry. But I can't anymore. I knew that any headline that started with Bill Maher reacts was going to make my head explode.
Oh, my God. Do not read. I should not have sent that to you.
This is my worst takes.
Actually, you sent that
stack.
to me. I did not send that to you.
Bill Maher wants the Democratic Party to do some serious reflecting.
Yeah, F you.
Really? So we have to be as racist and sexist and misogynistic as Donald Trump, awful and despicable?
Apparently.
That's what makes us not MAGA. Okay, I can't. He said, my message to the losers, look in the mirror. And then Maher said no, because the audience was just stone silence. This is what I keep saying. Jimmy Kimmel, I think, and Colbert, SNL, who else am I thinking of? Seth Meyers, on and on, they're this funnier than ever. And this is why I'm wearing my woke shirt. Because are they woke? It just means don't be a D to people that are different than you. They don't punch down.
Nope.
I was saying, no one I know watches Bill Maher anymore because he's gotten to be a cranky Republican. That it's just everybody's in line with their own agenda. And, his is like trying to be both sides do it and beat up on Democrats too. No. Anyway, this is what he said. This country has had enough of the anti-common sense woke bull. Oh, my God. Where's my shut up cannon? Oh, my God.
I wish you could just shut your big yapper.
First of all, and someone's like, oh, it's because they don't talk like real people, Democrat. They're Latinx. I don't know anyone that uses the term Latinx. Do you?
No.
I don't.
And Kamala Harris never did.
No.
Neither did Tim Walz.
Bill Maher then mocked Joy Reid for praising Harris's campaign. Oh, off. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to change this to my off stack. All this week was people who said, oh, she ran a flawless campaign. How ridiculous. Oh, it's sexism. It's racism.
It is.
This is an old playbook. America's perfectly willing to elect a woman. They just didn't like the last two that were put up. Oh, my God.
The first one won the popular vote. So.
Oh, my God. Please, for the love of God. Really? People sending texts to black people telling them where to pick cotton, and Nick Fuentes saying, your body, my choice, and them gloating and taunting us left and right. Really?
Nick Fuentes moved back in with his mommy.
Yes, I saw that. Good for him.
Because he's afraid.
Because he's a big macho man.
Mm-hmm. He's back in the basement.
Because that's the other take, Jody, is, men just didn't feel heard and seen. And Donald Trump helps them feel seen because they've had such a long, I'm sorry, I probably need this. They've had such a long, sad, difficult route in this country, white men.
Yes.
Oh, God, I just really seriously think I'm going to...
I just think I'm going to buy.
Oh, James Carville, come on down and worst take stack. He said Kamala Harris' failed campaign is reducible to her one answer on The View.
No.
When she was asked.
No.
Yeah, because all those young guys to watch The View.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No.
Is it possible for one person to hate this many people and not explode? I apologize.
No, it's not, actually.
I apologize, Sean, for exposing the baby you to all this vitriol. To her one answer on The View when asked what she would have done differently than President Biden. Are you kidding me? Kidding me? You don't think that it is massive disinformation that enabled Trump to, because of the mainstream media and the right-wing ecosphere, win on a complete wall of easily provable lies? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. And again, as we keep saying, Jody, how is she going to, the Democratic base, many of us were already pissed about what they did to Biden and how they did it.
Yep.
And, I loved Joe Biden. Really? She should have said F Joe Biden. That should have been her campaign.
No. When she actually did try to walk away from him, I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
When Carville said, when 65% of registered voters say the country's on the wrong track, he said, when we go back and history unearths this, it's going to be right there on The View. The most devastating answer that she just said, I can't think of anything right this how I'm going to. First of all, he the most provably successful
Yes.
administration in history, provably so. I get that message clearly didn't get out, but obviously we've been talking about a number of reasons why.
Right.
But give me a break on this. Bernie Sanders, you're also in the worst takes. What did he say? The Democrat, it should come as no great surprise, the Democratic Party, which has abandoned the working class, should find the working class has abandoned that. Oh my God. I get that clearly the message didn't get out, but everything Biden-Harris administration did was to help working people. CHIPS
he was
Act,
on a union
infrastructure.
Strike line.
Thank you. I mean, you can't say the Democrats don't have policies. Donald Trump doesn't have any. Nope. In fact, his are going to make things inexorably worse for working people. But I'm sorry, Bernie was not helpful in 2016, and here he comes again to bash Democrats. That's the last thing we need right now. Stop doing Russia's work, where we're, now we're all infighting instead of looking at the actual threat. Our friend DNC chair Jamie Harrison fired back at Bernie Sanders. He said this is straight up BS. Biden was the most pro-worker president of my lifetime, saved union pensions, created millions of good-paying jobs, even marched in a picket line. Some of the vice president's plans would have fundamentally transformed the quality of life and closed the racial wealth gap for working people across this country, from the child tax credits to $25,000 for a down payment on a house to Medicare covering the cost of senior care in their homes. There are a lot of post-election takes, and this one ain't a good one.
Thank you,
Jamie. It's not that I don't agree with Bernie on a lot. You voted for him in the primary. But I just feel like a lot of these takes are not helping.
No.
It's people are looking at their own personal agenda and and I get it. People can accuse me too, because talking about progressive infrastructure, but I'm sorry. Lies are how they're echoed because again, what did someone say yesterday, Jody? It's not the economy, it's how people perceive the economy.
It was Michael Tomasky.
There's no denying it, the vibes are really good right now. But vibes alone won't save our democracy. We need votes. At the Grassroots Democrats HQ, we know what it takes to win elections. Knocking doors, making calls, sending texts, and writing postcards. If we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and give them the Democratic Congress to pass their agenda, then we need to roll up our sleeves and talk to a record number of voters between now and November 5th. But let's be clear, we can't do it without you. So, are you ready to work? This is a fight for freedom and our future, and everything is at stake. Don't wake up on November 6th wishing you had done more. Join us. Go to grassrootsdems.org today to sign up to volunteer, and let's go win this thing.